If you're an Obby player, you probably know who Khan 2005 is. For those who don't know, he was known as the best Obby player a few years ago, miles ahead of everyone in the Obby community, astonishing people with his achievements and skills. Well, he was the best Obby player. He became less active in the J2 community, therefore people managed to catch up and even surpass his skill. So who's the best Obby player now? Khan 2005's successor is known as Boom Sazok, and he is the best Roblox Obby player today. With almost inhuman skill, this is the rise of Boom Sazok. Before we start, J2 released an area called Pit of Misery, dedicated to the hardest towers on Roblox. However, this area is not canon to the game, so the hardest difficulty in J2 is still catastrophic. Boom Sazok made his YouTube account in 2017 and recorded his first stream in January 3rd, 2021, where he grinded the Tower of Inception, a tower of terrifying difficulty in Ring 4. He would beat this tower in the 7th of January in only 5 days, which people were impressed by. This would be the start of his Obby career. Boom Sazok has beaten both the Tower of Elongated Runs and the Tower of Champions Road multiple times. Both towers are catastrophic difficulty, the top difficulties Duke's Towers of Hell has to offer. The last time he beat the Tower of Elongated Runs was on March 7, 2021. The last time he beat Champions Road was on May the 6th of 2021. On some completions, he would easily speedrun the entire tower. One of his greatest achievements will be on the 8th of September 2021. After 2 weeks of fails and wasted grinds, he was the first person to beat a tower so difficult it would change the way Obby players think today. He beat the Tower of Vacant Hindrances, a horrific tower above Champions Road and Elongated Runs. He beat a tower which at the time was above Duke's Towers of Hell itself. His skill and respect would only go up from there. On November 9, 2021, he beat an Obby known as the Nightmare, which at the time he beat this, it was one of the hardest Obbys on Roblox. He was the first person to beat this, and at the time, this was known as the third hardest Obby on Roblox, so beating this was not an easy task. And a week later, on November 16th, he beat an Obby known as Sudoku World, which is known as the 6th hardest Obby on Roblox. On March 20th, 2022, he beat the third hardest Obby to this day, known as Frostbite, which he was the 4th to beat. He did this to challenge the meme saying that he was past his prime and hadn't completed anything in 4 months. A few months later, his best achievement would come, beating a tower even harder than Tower of Vacant Hindrances. This is known as the Tower of Terruse Peak, which is to this day the hardest tower completion. This made people think for sure that he was the best Obby player. No one yet has matched his skill. Only a few weeks later, he beat the Tower of Watermelon and the Tower of Eternal Void. Both these towers are harder than Vacant Hindrances, beating all the horrific towers in Pit of Misery. At the time of recording, he is grinding the Tower of Blind Fate, one of the hardest towers in Pit of Misery, even harder than the Tower of Terruse Peak, a tower of unreal difficulty. No one has attempted to beat this yet, but he will most likely be the first to do this, as he's gotten to floor 10 a few times, which is insane. Well, that's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed this. Remember to like and sub if you enjoyed the content. Anyways, bye.